Hey everyone, Mr. Cycler here. So the first video is on contrast, one of the first elements of what makes an effective presentation. Now contrast simply means difference, and there's many different ways to create a difference in a image or in a presentation. So if you look at the image over here on the right, you'll notice that you have one picture in yellow with all of the others in black. So the contrast is that this one person is standing out compared to all of the rest of them. And the first thing that your eye probably sees is the person here in yellow who stands out compared to all the rest of them. So in creating a presentation, there should be a focal point, something that you zoom in on with your eye, the first thing that you notice. And that can either be a picture or it can be information. So a couple of the different ways which you can look at contrast and create it is through the examples of weak contrast versus better contrast here. So in this first image, it shows weak contrast because you have a background image and you have text over here that you really can't see because number one, it's small, and number two, the color isn't very different than the background. On the other hand, to improve that, you can make a darker background with lighter letters. And you can also change the size of the letters so that you really see that the word that's trying to stand out over here is, well, I don't think I even have to say it. Looking at the next one over here, this yellow image has weak contrast compared to this darker image because it's really hard to see the words up here, which are in white, compared to how easy it is to see when it's in black. So when thinking about contrast in your presentation, a good method is usually to just stand up, walk 10 feet away, and ask yourself, can I see the information? You should try and use opposite colors so that the ones that you're trying to really show stand out, such as this orange grid and this blue grid, which are easily able to be seen compared to the yellow and the I can't even see which this other color is over here. I think it's still blue, but it's hard to see with the color. No good contrast. And lastly, this image over here has this really busy design in the background, which kind of, in my opinion, distracts from the actual information. Like, it might be cool as a design, but it's not good as an effective presentation. It's not getting the information across. Whereas this one over here, this red really pops for South Korea over here for the internet connectivity rate. You can see it really well. So using contrast, you really get the message that whatever is red right here is supposed to stand out, and then you can go ahead and read that information. So contrast is the first of the four methods of creating a presentation, which is to try and give information as a focal point to really make it pop in what you're trying to show you. Next up is the second part, repetition, in the next video.